Well. What a day of football. Back on the buck stops here. I'm Buckstar. And yeah, man, I'm still shell shocked. I ain't gonna lie, man. That one hurt. That one hurt. Oh, so Aston Villa 2, Arsenal 1, the early kickoff. And I'm still struggling to understand how the hell we let that game get away. Um, Villa went 1-0 up through Matty Cash. I thought first half Villa were probably the better, not even probably, they were the better side first half. Um, Second half, I felt we started to get going a little bit. Arsenal started to get going. The passing was working. We had a lot of possession. We had a lot of chance. I think we had about, in the opening 20 minutes of the second half, we had about 7-8 shots on target. So we were doing well. We were playing well. Trossard comes on for Eza and gets that equalizer, and that guy just keeps scoring important goals. Well, depends what you take as important, but at the time, to get us back in the game, Trossard hitting an equalizer, and he's done that so many times for us this season. Either come off the bench and scored, or he's been in the starting lineup and scored a big goal. So it looks like we really need this guy fit, and he limped off again. Came off injured. Had to bring on Martinelli to replace him. And yeah, right at the end, I think we had 4 minutes of added time. And I believe it was in the 5th minute of added time that they scored. Not complaining that they scored in the 5th minute, because, that happens. There's stoppages within the stoppage time. That happens. And it was literally the last kick of the game. I was so gutted. So gutted. Lineups for Villa, they had Emi Martinez in goal, Matty Cash, Konza, Torres. I think it was Maatsen playing as a wing back. Kamara, Onana, McGinn, Tielemans, Rodgers, and Watkins. Arsenal, we started with Raya. Bit of a, I don't want to call it a makeshift back line, because White has been great at right back when he's played for us. Jurrien Timber for the Netherlands has played at centre back many times. He's played there for Ajax as well, so he can do a job there. He was at centre back with Hincapié, and then Calafiore, who I thought had probably one of his worst games this season. He just looked like a bit of a liability for us this afternoon, midday. Looked a bit of a liability. He ended up getting booked, silly booking. And after that, not long after that, he got taken off as well and replaced by Lewis Skelly. Odegaard back in as captain. I'm not sure if, I was chatting to my brother earlier, and he asked me, he said, are we accommodating Odegaard now that he's back? Are we just accommodating him and pushing Eza out to the left? And at first, when I saw the lineup, that's exactly what I thought. But Odegaard had a man of the match performance because, he was given man of the match. I don't know if they would have changed that, knowing what the end result would have been. But he was given man of the match during the game, albeit by probably a biased Martin Keown. But he didn't play badly at all. He was stringing the passes together. He looked lively. He looked like he's kind of almost back to his levels. And I don't think Eze was that bad. He kept slipping. I don't know what kind of boots he was wearing, but he kept slipping. Didn't have his best game for us, but he wasn't bad. Declan Rice was in there as well. He just looks knackered, man. He looks like he needs a rest. He's always putting those last ditch tackles in, and those last blocks in to keep us in games and stuff like that. And a lot of players are getting rests, but I don't ever see Rice getting a rest. So maybe next game, we've got a nice little run of games coming up, actually. Maybe it'll be a chance for him to have a bit of a rest during that time. You had Saka as well, who was okay. He had moments, but he wasn't amazing. Marino up front. I think for certain games, yes, Marino up front. I actually like Marino up front for certain games, because it almost gives you an extra midfielder when we're not on the ball. But for games like today, I don't know if that was the right move. I don't know if it was the right game for him. We've got Gyökeres is back fit now, and he needs confidence and minutes. Arteta probably time to start getting him back in the first starting 11. So yeah, that's kind of the way the game went today. It was back and forth. It was probably a draw would have been a fair result. I don't think anyone would have complained at a draw. But at the end of the day, it wasn't a draw. That sucker punch, literally last kick of the game, giving Villa the win. Villa up to they did go up to second, but they're up to third now because City won today as well. Unbeaten in 9 games at home as well. And just to give you an idea, I mean, we're top by what, 2 points, 3 points now. We were on an 18-game unbeaten run, and we're only a few points ahead of the next team. That just shows you, because a lot of people are saying, "Oh, it's the league's not as hard anymore." Usually, you find that's from people who support teams who are not necessarily doing very well at the moment. But if you've been on an 18 game unbeaten run, to only be a few points ahead of the next team, it shows you how difficult the league actually is. And there's going to be ups and downs. I've been smelling a bit of a defeat coming, because if you look in our last couple of games, I mean, Chelsea were unlucky against us, probably deserved to win with 10 men. We rode our luck a little bit. Even in the game against Brentford, I didn't think we were great in that game. Brentford weren't great, but neither were we. And it was almost like this result was coming, and where else is it going to come but Villa Park? Not a place that we usually fare well. I know we won there last season, but if you look over the past five seasons, 6 seasons, we don't usually do well at Villa Park. Something we need to change, by the way, because Villa are a good side. And if you're going to go on and win the league, you need to be beating teams like Aston Villa. So, yeah, that was that result. It kind of ruined the weekend for me in terms of football. I just didn't want to watch any football after that. It just killed me. I think if you get battered and you lose, all right, fair enough, hold your hands up. But when a game's so tight and it's the last kick of the game, it's horrible, man. It is a painful way to lose a game of football. But there is. We need to move on quickly from this. We need another game. That's what you need. When you lose, you just need the next game to come so you can actually put it right and get a win on the board. So bring on the next game. Like I said, we've got a nice little run of games that I expect us to be getting 3 points from for the majority. And then we've got Villa, a little way down the road. We play them again at home this time. I don't know why those 2 games are so close together, but I'm actually glad that it is, because I want this result fresh in the minds of the players, so they go out there and put the wrongs right in the home game at the Emirates. But this is what it is. Still top. Can't complain too much, I suppose. And as I said, Villa are looking like a very good side, very different to how they looked more at the start of the season. So Villa going well. And yeah, just to have a look at some of the other results here. Oh, just before I do, just got a comment here. Unlucky Gunners, extra time lost, mental trauma, emotional damage, bro. Still top though. Yeah, we are. I'm trying to see the positives, man. It took me a little while because it was pain. I ain't gonna lie, man. Getting cussed in the group chats and that, because people have been waiting for us to lose. They ain't been able to get at us for a while. So waiting for us to lose a game, and they got their wish today. And yeah, I've had a bit of bantering going on in the group chats and that, but you expect it, innit? Funny enough, and this is for you, Triller. We'll get to your team in a minute. He was there cussing me for the Villa game, forgetting that his team still needs to play in the evening kickoff. But we'll get to that in a little bit, Triller. I ain't forgot you, bro. I ain't forgot you. If you don't like it, feel free to come on the buck stops here. Pause, and we'll have a chat. Anyway, other results today. So you had Bournemouth 0, Chelsea 0. Chelsea need a result. They've had a couple of bad results on the bounce now since their draw with us, so they need to start picking up the pace again, because Villa have now stepped up. City are stepping up. Chelsea don't want to be falling away. I think Caicedo is a massive miss for Chelsea. Massive miss. You see how good he is. The fact he's not there and they're struggling. Everton 3, Forest 0. Everton, are they the best team in Liverpool right now? Villa, are they the best team in Liverpool right now? Boy, I have to look at the camera for this one. Triller, are Everton, what is it you call them? Liverpool reserves in blue. Are they the best team in Liverpool right now? Question. Feel free to comment. So yeah, 3-0 winners at Everton there. Yeah, City 3-0 winners at home to Sunderland. Which, even though City are at home, it's not an easy game. Sunderland have proved time and time again this season that they're a good side. So City, I think Foden in particular got a goal and assist in that game. City are looking good. They're looking good. 3-0 win, clean sheet. Ruben Diaz and Vardio got the other goals. You got a couple of assists for Cherky and an assist for Foden as well as his goal. So City on a roll, and that worries me a little bit because if you ask any Liverpool fan, they'll tell you about what it's like being chased by Man City. They're relentless. The only saving grace and the only hope we've got is defensively, they haven't looked great this season. They've been conceding a lot of goals. So that tells me they are going to lose more games, but then so are we. So we need to make sure that we're doing our job each week and keep a bit of a gap at the top of the league. Other results, Newcastle winning 2-1 against Burnley, Tottenham winning 2-0 against Brentford. And then we come to Liverpool. Leeds versus Liverpool at Ellen Road. Well. So, Liverpool 2-0 up. Ekitike getting a goal on 48 minutes and then on 50 minutes. 2 quick fire goals. 2-0 up. For Leeds to come back 2-2. And who else but former Everton man, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, getting the first one, a penalty. And then they got an equalizer. And then on 90 plus 6 minutes, welcome to our world. You're lucky you got a point at least. We didn't even get a point. You got a point, but 90 plus 6 minutes and Leeds equalize. Now that's got to hurt. I know it hurts because I'm hurting. So I know that hurt. And Liverpool need the points more than we do right now. So madness, some crazy games. I think we've got United tomorrow. I forget who United are playing tomorrow now. United got tomorrow. It's not Wolves, is it? Wolves? Wolves, no. United v Wolves tomorrow. No, it's Monday. Sorry, United v Wolves on Monday, and then we've got Brighton, West Ham tomorrow. Fulham and Palace. Go on the Palace. I want Palace to do well this season. Fairly local club, so got a little bit of a soft spot for Palace. Like to see them do well, so hopefully they'll get a win. And I want them to have a really good finish this season. So yes, I've been a mad one today. I'm still hurting. I struggled to watch any football after that. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. Maybe get back on the football tomorrow. But for now, Arsenal Football Club, put this behind you. Look to the next game. Get a W on the board. And let's get back to what we do best. Hopefully get a few players back by then. Not using that as an excuse, by the way. We've got a squad for a reason. But you do want your best players there. So hopefully those players will be back sooner rather than later. And we can get back to winning ways. Please remember to like, subscribe. You know, we've got a few different shows and we really do need your support, guys. So do the easy thing. It's free to do. You ain't got to pay nothing, man. Just hit that subscribe button and support our thing, man. And the more support we get, the better we can make the shows, the bigger we can make the shows. And we want to do that. I've been Buckstar from Don't Gas. This has been the Buck Stops here. Peace, everyone.